In today's video, I'm here to give you my May update on my beauty spending diet. So if you want to know how I went in May with my spending and my struggles, then keep on watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, we're doing my May update on my beauty spending diet. So without further ado, let's jump on in and have a chat about what I struggled with in May in terms of my beauty spending. So as always, we might start off by crunching the numbers. So my goal for the year of 2019 is to use up more in my collection than I am purchasing or bringing into my collection. So this month I spent a total of $343.41. I used up a total of $439.78, which gives me a surplus of products that I have used up of $96.37. So I'm still churning through the products that I have in my collection more than I am bringing in, so I'm really proud of myself that I am continuing to chug away at my stockpile and my excess stash of a lot of my products, which is the whole aim of my beauty spending diet for this year, is to really clear out my backup drawers and try and not bring in extra backups into my collection, which I feel like I am in some way kind of succeeding at so far this year. I have had some struggles, particularly last month was a big struggle for me in terms of my spending. It kind of just got a bit out of hand, whereas this month I only really purchased, there was 3 makeup items. So there was 2 Anastasia Beverly Hills blush trios, there was an eyeshadow palette and an eyeshadow bundle, and then the other 2 quite pricey items were skincare products, which were replacing items that I already had or that I had used up in my stash. So I waited until I completed those items and then I repurchased these products. I didn't do it the other way around. One of the skincare items that I completely used up was my vitamin C, so I managed to completely use up my vitamin C and then I went out and purchased a new one rather than the other way around. So I am getting better, I feel, at using up a product before I bring another one into my stash, which is what I'm trying to program my brain into doing. Last month I mentioned that I was having a big problem with like the amount of money that I was spending and the little bits and pieces that I would add into my cart, and at the end of the month it added up to be a huge amount of products. So my goal for last month was to start writing everything down, and I did actually succeed at that. I do actually have a list on my phone where I have been adding in everything as I go through the month that I have purchased. The one thing I do want to start adding on the list as I go through is the prices. So this month I only added the prices at the end of the month, whereas for June so far what I've spent, I have only put the item on the list rather than the item and the value of the price. So I think I want to update my running list as I go throughout the month with the price, and I might have the total and I'll update the total every time I purchase something else, because I think that's really going to help my mind as well realize how much I'm spending as I'm going through the month, rather than just getting to the end of the month and seeing, yes, I only purchased 5 items or 6 items, but I don't actually know the total of the amount of all those items together. So I think for the month of June going into July moving forward, I'm going to continue to write everything down that I purchased, but I'm also going to start adding the value of the item next to it as well as a running total that I update every time I spend money on beauty. I have also gone ahead and started a wish list of various different things. So on this wish list I have like beauty items, I've got household items, I've got various different things. This is my wish list on a grand scale, not just like beauty items. It's got everything on there that I have on my wish list. So I'm going to continue to update this as I go through, or like if I find something in my wanted or don't series that I feel like I might want to pick up at some point, I might add it to my list, and then I don't know, at some point if I still decide that I want it, I'll keep it there and purchase it eventually, or if I decide that I don't want it anymore, I will take it off the list. So I may put in practice that potentially at the end of the month I might review that wish list and see if it is something that I want to still keep on my wish list. I might just mention the few beauty items that I have on my wish list at the moment and let you know whether I'm going to keep them on my wish list or whether I'm going to take them off. So far I have the Dawn Eyes Premium Pigments on here, which I am going to keep on my list. I still would really like to purchase these, but I'm just kind of waiting for the exchange rate from Aussie dollars to US dollars to improve just a little bit, because otherwise it is a pretty hefty price tag. Same with the Pinky Rose palette trio. So this is the one that has the 3 bright palettes in it. I'm still undecided about this. I would really like to try the brand Pinky Rose. So that's the main reason why this trio is on my list, because one, I want to try the brand, and two, the palettes kind of stood out to me. But at this stage, I'm going to keep it on the list. It's kind of a take it or leave it product. I would be happy if I had it, but I'm not really bothered by the fact that I don't have it. I also have Wayne Goss eye brushes on here. I'm going to keep that on here because I would really like some eye brushes. You guys know how much I love playing with new eye brushes. But at the moment, I just can't really justify buying some new eye brushes from Wayne Goss in particular because they are very expensive. But this may be something that I could potentially maybe swindle for a Christmas present or a birthday present next year. I am also going to add a few things on the list. So I'm going to add the Stacey Marie and Be Perfect palette 2 that's coming out. I don't know a price for this yet, and I don't know a release date yet, but I do have my eye on it. Based off the few swatches that I have already seen, I am very keen on this palette. I'm also going to add the Colourpop Blue palette. I'm not going to go out of my way and just make a single order for this palette, but if I do at some point in the future make a Colourpop order, this may be something that I will definitely throw in my cart. I'm also going to add some Cleona eyeshadows on here. I haven't made or committed to a purchase with Cleona yet, just based on the fact that I can't really decide what exactly I want from them. So I'm just going to keep it pretty vague at the moment and just leave Cleona eyeshadows on the list. I'm going to keep trawling through their website and really narrow down what I want from them. I think the Cleona eyeshadows will probably be something that I will definitely purchase at some point quite soon, just purely because Canadian and Australian dollar exchange rate is quite good at the moment, so I'm going to prioritize them on my list, I guess. I also have the Lana Beauty eyeshadows. This is a small indie brand based on the Gold Coast. She's had her store closed for a little while just recently. I think she ran out of a lot of her ingredients, so she kind of just closed her store to give her time to restock and also catch up on some orders. That's been on hold for a little while now, but I think she has just recently reopened her store. I also have some Refa brushes on the list. I don't know if any of you have seen recently, there's quite a lot of influencers or smaller influencers talking about Refa brushes, and I really like the business model of this brand, and I also really like the concept and the fact that they are Japanese made makeup brushes. So I think these would be a really good investment for me. I think the brushes would last me forever, and I'm really excited to give some of those brushes a try. They are available for pre-order at the moment on their Kickstarter campaign, and they won't be shipping until December, so it is a bit of a long-term commitment, and I haven't really decided whether I'm going to commit just yet, but they are on a pretty good discount for the Kickstarter, but they are still in US dollars, so it does make it out to be a little bit more expensive than it does seem like on the face value of it. My last one on the list is some Kristen Lee eyeshadows as well, and Kristen Lee was also on my brands to try in 2019. She's still on my list and I still want to purchase from her. Once again, this is a similar problem to the Cleona eyeshadows. It's just a matter of narrowing down what eyeshadows I want to commit to and purchase and bring into my collection. I did have the Stila, I think it was the Happy Hour eyeshadow palettes on there as well. I did recently go into store at Mecca and swatch those, and I wasn't really impressed, so I did strike those ones off the list. Those are the items that are currently on my wish list, and I will update you in my next update and let you know how that wish list is going. But for those of you that are possibly struggling with sticking to your beauty spending diet or really minimizing your beauty spending diet, I would really recommend keeping a list of what you've purchased and how much you've spent on each of them, and updating a running total throughout the month as you make those purchases. I think that will really help you keep on track and keep monitoring your purchases and your spending. And if you have a budget, that will definitely help you stick to that budget if you keep track and keep really good track of what you are spending and where your money is going. That's all I have to mention for this month. I think the few things that I did implement this month definitely really helped me stay on track with my beauty spending. This month I kept it pretty much on track. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, I would love to hear down in the comments box if you had any struggles this month and how you overcame them with your spending, and also what is on your beauty wish list at the moment. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, if you're new around here, I hope you would consider subscribing down below so you can keep up to date on all my beauty spending diet videos, my updates, as well as all my other videos that I release throughout the month. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.